All right. So we are here at the Tat Chat podcast studio, and we are here with
Angie.
Okay, what's your Instagram?
Angie Inc. 666.
Okay, so just same thing I do every time. Just give us a little rundown on who you are, where you work, et cetera, just so people know where to reach out to you and a little bit about you.
All right. Well, my name is Angie Zapata, and I own Uptown Tattoo Gallery.
Okay, how long have you owned it?
We've been open 3 years.
Okay, the third year.
Yeah.
Three. I tell everybody the 3 years in business is the hardest, and then after that, it's so easy.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
it's so easy.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. Okay, what type of tattoos do you do, or what type of tattoos do your shop does?
I honestly do a little bit of everything, but I do prefer to do like black and gray with hints of color.
Okay.
I do realism with a little bit of illustrative.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then do you have people in your shop that are like a little bit of every style, or you guys all do similar stuff?
I have nothing but youngsters right now, so they do like the line work, fine line work, a little bit of that pepper shading on there. I have another artist that does a lot of like geometric stuff. Sorry, I'm like a little dry mouth right now.
No, you're totally fine.
But yeah, we have primarily that, just like line work artists. I think I'm the only one that does a lot of like black and gray. I'm telling you, they're all really, really new.
Are you teaching them all, or are they just new at tattooing, or how's that work?
I'm teaching 2 of them for sure. One of them is an apprentice who wants to do color work, and then the other one, Ben, they're like a junior artist. So yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. Where's your tattoo shop at?
Is on near 15th Avenue in Indian School.
Oh, it's not far from here.
No, it's like down the street.
Oh, you see, I was gonna say I literally haven't been there, so I honestly I looked up. Honestly, this is kind of what started the whole conversation. Honestly, as far as doing the podcast, I was looking up tattoo shops in Arizona, and I was looking at shops I knew, but also shops that had like high ratings.
Oh, okay.
And so you guys have like a really high rating on Yelp, Google, stuff like that. And that's what I was like, whose fucking shop is this? And then I realized it was yours. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. You know what I mean? So that's fucking rad. All right. Well, so just a little bit of rundown how we do it. So pretty much we'll just talk. We'll just bullshit a little bit. I'll ask you some questions. I'll have you ask me some questions, and then we'll just kind of vibe and then see what happens from there.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I think everyone knows that's listening right now that you're actually my first female that I've had on the podcast. Oh, shit. So obviously we're going to focus on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because obviously I don't know what it's like to be a female in the tattoo industry.
Yeah.
Clearly. Because
what?
I'm a dude. So how about we start with that? What do you think as far as being a female, what is different for you than you think for other tattooers? Or if anything at all, maybe you think it's not.
I mean, obviously, I only have my own experience, so I don't know for you what it would be. I think initially, the beginning of my career, so I've been tattooing since 2010. I didn't see that many females. It took like 2 years before I physically met another female tattoo artist. But now definitely it's different. All my shop, all of my artists are females. The only difference, maybe Ben is non-binary, but the rest of my artists are females.
Oh wow, okay.
I know so many female artists now, so it's different on that realm.
Okay.
But as far as like treatments, I don't feel like anything different. But I don't know because I only have my own.
It was your experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think, man. If you say 2010, I'd say like, if you were a female tattooer tattooed in the 90s, like early 90s, it might have been a little bit, you know what I mean? So I feel like nowadays, I mean no disrespect, I just feel like females are respected more now than what they were before, because it's a man's industry, quote unquote, all that extra bullshit from like the old school heads, you know what I mean? Sure. But you feel like now it's like the same shit. There's no differences. From
my own experience, yeah, I feel like it's about the same. I don't feel like at a disadvantage or at an advantage. I feel like it's about the same. I think most people focus on the artwork more than they do on the person anymore.
Okay. Did you have an apprenticeship, or are you self-taught?
I did have an apprenticeship.
Say it. No, let's hear it. Say it. That's what it's here for.
Fuck it. We're here.
Let's hear it.
I did an apprenticeship at a tattoo shop that's not very well known. Well, it's well known, but it has a bad reputation.
Okay.
Should I say it?
You can say whatever you want in this. They want to hear it, but you don't have to say it.
Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna say it because I'm really bad with secrets, so it already came up. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say it. Fuck it.
Okay. So where did you get your apprenticeship?
I did my apprenticeship at the Ink Spot.
Okay.
Is famous for having one of the locations at the swap meet.
Okay. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No. So they have a location at the swap meet.
I don't know if they do anymore, but they definitely did back when I started.
Okay.
So I did that. So yeah, I did like 2 or 3 tattoos at the swap meet. All super ghetto. But honestly though, as far as like the tattoo shops, the tattoo aspect of it, I didn't learn much from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I did learn what not to do as a business owner, what to do as a business owner, and how to treat your artists. Honestly, that was my biggest lessons there. So I always wanted to be a tattoo shop owner. So I felt like it was a great experience for me. Yeah. Obviously not in the moment. I was like hating it at the moment. But afterwards, I felt like that was the best place to have learned how to be a good boss.
Well, see, and I tell everybody the same thing too, as I think that like even the bad experiences are good experiences because you're learning something from it.
Yeah.
But I was in the same situation, so I'm just gonna put it out there. So I've never told anyone who hasn't known me since I've tattooed. Where I'm from, when I first started to learn how to tattoo, I was trying to get an apprenticeship, but no one would take me because where I'm from, people just don't want to share knowledge. Like they're fucking pricks.
They probably didn't like you either.
Probably not. You know what I mean? But like at the time, like I was really trying when I was younger. I mean, I brought portfolio. I was saying I was drawing. I was like, yo, I suck. I just want to learn. Like I did everything I could, and no one just wanted to take on an apprentice. So I actually did find a shop. And they had a spot at the swap meet.
No,
yes, they did. And I've actually tattooed at the swap meet when I first started. Yeah, and I'm talking about like before I actually like tattooed because technically I like bullshitted around here and there. Yeah. But I didn't really start tattooing until I moved to Arizona, which is like 2014, 2015. But before that, I had tried at the swap meet, like legit in the swap meet in Washington. It was ghetto.
I mean, yeah,
dude, I don't speak Spanish. Let's just be real. I don't speak Spanish. Can you imagine me? I'm trying to tattoo and I don't speak Spanish.
It works, right? It worked.
I tattooed some ladies' eyebrows.
You tattooed eyebrows?
Yeah.
No, poor lady.
Yeah, I don't know what she looks like right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, funny. I was just trying to make it, man. Don't judge me.
No, I'm not judging. I did the same thing.
How long was your apprenticeship with them?
I was there for like 2, maybe 3 years.
Oh my God.
I know, right? But okay, give me like. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was tattooing. I was doing front desk stuff. I was doing office management and stuff like of the shop. So I was getting paid really good.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right,
you put up with extra bullshit because it made you extra money.
Yeah, but it wasn't at the swap meet. It was like they had 2 locations, so they had an actual like physical location. There's another tattoo shop there actually. Right now, I can't remember the name of it. I should know because someone I know.
Dang. So you don't know if they have a spot at the swap meet, but they have a normal shop.
They did. I don't know if they currently have it anymore. I haven't really stayed in touch with them.
Yeah, because I don't fucking know. I've never been there.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So they're gonna hear this and be like, seriously.
Really,
hey,
Angie?
You'd be surprised how much people have talked shit about other people or other shops, and yet I haven't had any feedback yet. So maybe this podcast is small for now.
Yeah.
So they might not, they might not hear it until like 2 years from now.
Let me say fucking Angie.
Okay.
No, but I do want to say this though. I am talking a little bit of shit, but I will admit though, a lot of tattoo shop owners right now that are owning really amazing shops started there. And obviously I worked there for a few years, so I know them. Obviously, we don't talk about it. We don't admit it.
Who else worked there?
I can't tell you.
Who else worked there?
No.
Yes, come on. Listen.
Who can I out?
Listen, someone else that worked there, they might not have thought of it as much of a problem. They might have thought of it as a learning experience. I don't think it's necessarily telling on them. At one point, they probably have told someone else they worked there. I'm just curious what other owners have worked in that in that shop. Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
I don't know. I want to tell you, but I'm like, no. What if they don't want people to know their dark secrets?
But I mean, they work there, right?
Yeah.
So at one point, I'm sure someone knows.
Okay, I'll tell you one of them. He owns. Let me remember the name of his shop. I'm really bad at remembering.
You got this.
His name is Aaron.
Aaron.
He's like a big shot tattooer. He was at the Invitational. He won like a couple of.
Aaron.
We're gonna have to look at our phone. I don't remember his.
What type of style did he do?
I remembered. Smiley Ink.
Oh, Smiley. Yeah. See, he doesn't go by Aaron. That's what's crazy. Okay, yeah.
I remember his legal name.
Yeah. Smiley.
Okay. Sorry, Smiley.
Hey, you want to know what's funny?
What?
He does listen, so he knows.
I know.
Hey, bro. Hey, she outed you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, no. Okay, I mean,
it's all
he's
love.
dope.
Oh,
he's so dope. Yeah, he's so dope. He the Egyptian tattoo that he did this weekend was last weekend was fucking
sick. For real.
Yeah, from what I heard, I mean, hey, if we're putting on blast stuff, from what I heard, so he won tattoo of the day 2 days in a row.
Nice.
With lower leg and upper leg, and he went for best of the show. I heard a little whisper that he was supposed to win best of show, but the judges were like, he won best of the day twice. Why should we do it again?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, I don't know what truth is that behind that, but from what I heard, he pretty much didn't win because he had already won multiple before.
Yeah.
Which has happened before.
Oh, okay.
Like I've heard it several times. Like I've done a contest where I entered like 10 traditional tattoos, like my favorite tattoos I've ever done, and I got first, second, and third.
Oh, okay.
All of them, and they took my third place away and gave it to someone else.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because they were like, dude, we're not giving you all fucking 3. And I'm like, well, if the 3 tattoos are fucking better, then that's what it is. Yeah, but they took them. So I feel like he might have gotten kind of fucked a little bit as far as best of the day or best of the show, best of the show. Yeah. But that shit was sick.
Yeah.
That shit was sick,
I mean, the people know the truth.
Yeah, exactly. Smiley, you know what tattoos are better. Yeah. Let's be real. Okay, so moving on. So Ink Spot, Swap Meet, Smiley, Aaron, your government name.
No, you're gonna hate me.
I'm gonna add this to one of the reels and be like, Aaron. Okay. So after Ink Spot, after your apprenticeship, then what?
Then I went to a couple of smaller tattoo shops, just trying to get the feel for what kind of tattoo shop I wanted to work at. Mm-hmm. I'm really low key. I'm not as crazy as you.
Dang, she's pulling them out.
But yeah, so I wanted like a low key shop. You know, I worked at one, they closed. I worked at one on the south side, and I was like, yeah, no, this is not the life for me.
What shop was it?
I can't tell you. I don't think it's there anymore. It definitely, if it is, it's not owned by the same people.
Okay, then say it. What was it?
It was called. Nah, I don't want to say it.
Come on, just say
I got connections there. I don't want to like mess it up.
But how would that mess it up though? You didn't say anything bad. You're just like, yo, it just wasn't your field. You know what I mean? Same thing I tell everybody else on this podcast, right? So I think that a lot of people don't want to say specific stuff, but it's like, as long as you're not like, yo, they fucking suck. They have AIDS and they give it to everyone else. You know what I mean? Like it's not that bad. You're just simply saying that wasn't your vibe. So what wasn't your vibe? What shop was it?
It was on the south side, so it was called Slow and Low. Back in the day,
I've never heard of it.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I don't even know. It definitely was owned by someone else when I worked there for a short period of time. It then went on to, I think his name is Julio Soltero. I think he was the owner, but I don't know if they still have it or not.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
When he owned it, I think it was a good shop. Just it was the neighborhood for me that was a little too much.
Just wasn't yours. Yeah. I mean, everyone's got their their area they want to work in. Some people want to work in Scottsdale. Some people want to work in like Old Town Glendale. It's just everybody's just different.
Yeah, so I just didn't love the area for me.
If you had to choose a shop prior to you owning your shop that you feel like you learned the most, which one was it?
I would say the Ink Spot.
Really?
To be honest,
interesting.
Yeah, I did work at another one. It's no longer. I don't think it's open anymore. It's called 2012 Tattoo.
I remember that. Was it West Side?
It was like on Roosevelt and like 32nd Street.
So like downtown in Phoenix area. Yeah. Like okay.
And that one was really dope. I was there for like 3 years. That was like the one that I was at previously.
Okay.
That one was really cool. I just got to meet a lot of people there and stuff. But as far as like world knowledge or knowledge on tattooing or being a boss, definitely the Ink Spot was
interesting.
Yeah, which is weird, right?
But that's what I was saying earlier. Is sometimes not the greatest experiences are the best experiences, simply for the fact that you're learning what not to do.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the hardest thing. I tell people all the time. I feel like I never had an apprenticeship. I was self-taught. I feel like the one thing that I wish I would have had was an apprenticeship, just so I knew what not to do, because the trial and error thing sucks.
Yeah,
like it really does. It fucking sucks. And I feel like that's what I had to do. I pretty much had to trial and error as much as I could, and it was not fun. But if I had a shop that maybe wasn't the greatest, but they were doing shit that they shouldn't or that I didn't like, at least I knew not to do it when I was older.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What
I think one of the things I liked about that too is because it was such a big shop. There was a lot of tattoo artists coming in and out, and I made a lot of really good people.
Okay, so you were building relationships anyways.
Exactly. I think that's kind of what, and even like, for example, Smiley.
Oh, Aaron.
Like, for example, he's one of them, like, that actually helped me and taught me things, you know. I didn't have like a mentor that, you know, I could go to, but they all kind of like pitched in a little bit, and so a little bit of everything they taught me, I grouped it together. But people like them, you know, like him and other people that work there, of course.
See, I like that because you're pretty much, I don't know who I was talking to. I was talking to someone else the other day about it, but you're pretty much, you learn 50 things, but you decide that there's only 20 things that you actually want to do, and then you just hold those and you just toss out the other 30. You know what I mean? So it's like you're getting so much knowledge that you're able to kind of pick and choose what you do and don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, I fucking wish there was a bunch of fucking tattooers around me. That's what makes it so much easier is you have so many different inputs, different ways people are doing it. The same little analogy I tell everybody is you are trying to do a job. You guys are all trying to do the same job. But this guy uses 3 tools. This guy uses 8 tools. This guy uses 2 tools. And now you're just like, all right, well, I think that's an easier one than that one. Why the hell would I use that if I can do that kind of thing?
Yeah. And obviously what might work for me might not work for you. So
exactly. Everyone's so different. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to see how other people are doing it. And even just like their vibe, you know, like seeing how other people take, you know, a certain client or a certain tattoo. Like, I learned from that too.
Yep.
Seeing them work with that. You know?
Yeah, I think that I bring it up almost every single podcast is nowadays, especially, there's so much more to tattooing than just tattooing. Yep. Like, you are learning how to deal with the client, how to deal with the hard client, how to deal with the easy client, how to deal with literally everything on the outside world, but inside of a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
That shit's tight. That shit's so tight. So many people hate it because back in the day it was just like, you're going to fucking come in here and you're going to do a fucking tattoo and you're going to fucking leave. And
pick one.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays it's like you damn near got to build a relationship with the client first.
You sure do.
And then you got to fucking make them trust you. You're building a damn relationship with your client every single time they walk in here. And then that's what like makes you successful or not successful and shit.
Yeah. But it's fun. I love that part.
Yeah. Clients are all right. Edit that out. I'll edit that out.
Oh, I'm gonna put you on blast.
I don't give a fuck.
When you gonna have him on?
Shit. All right. I don't even know if he'll go on.
I feel like he would.
Oh yeah.
Like if I double dog dare you.
No, he just. Oh, I forgot he is a clout chaser. Okay. Moving on. So every time I have someone on the podcast, I give them the opportunity because someone always has a question. I give them the opportunity to ask me something. Anything you want, and I'll answer it. Anything. So I'll give you a reference. Someone has asked, would I take on an apprenticeship? Like, do I wish I had an apprenticeship? Someone has been like, yo, what needles do you use? Because I noticed this is this. Some people have been like, yo, like, so about you, you know. So what would be your question?
Dang, I should have prepared. I knew this was coming. I can't ask about the hair anymore because that's not a secret.
Nope.
All I can think of is dirty questions, and I probably shouldn't.
Oh.
My old man jokes. Do the curtains match the drapes?
Oh my God. Yeah, all kidding. Purple. Everything's purple. I was born this way, so you tell me.
And that was my only question.
Stupid. All right, we're coming back to this. So you think about that in the noggin.
No, all actually, right. I have a question.
Okay,
I do have a real question. It's not a corny question.
Okay.
What made you do this podcast?
Honestly, at first, okay, so this is just the real setup for it. Originally, it was someone else's idea.
Oh, you stole someone's idea?
No. So someone else told me to do it. They're like, dude, you should be like on radio. You should be on TV. You should do something, right? So I was like, all right, cool. Check. Thanks, bruv.
You were already on TV, no?
Yes. So, okay. So someone was like, no, you should do something. And I'm like, I don't know. Well, then for some weird reason, the world's magical. And I heard that same thing for like 3 or 4 months.
Oh.
So most people are like, dude, why don't you like do something? Like you just like people who haven't met me or anything. They're like, dude, like what the fuck? Like, who are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then someone else brought up podcast. So someone was like, dude, like a podcast. And I'm like, the fuck would I talk about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know why people hate me every day. And then so then I started thinking about it, and then I was like, you know what? I feel like I started looking up like tattoo podcasts, and I'm like, damn, like a lot of them are like old cats, you know, like Solon and stuff like that. They're like talking about old shit and not really stuff that like I would listen to. You know what I mean? I wouldn't listen to it very long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't listen to Joe Rogan for 3 fucking hours because that's how long his are. You know what I mean? It's shit that 3 hours fucking long. Holy shit. But then I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? I think a tattoo podcast that's like rocking with other tattooers, mostly local, but even elsewhere. Everyone's got such different insight and input and experiences. I feel like it'd be cool for clients and other tattooers to kind of tune in and kind of get a little bit of everything. Yeah. I thought honestly right off the bat, I was like, damn, I wonder if I can even get people on it.
What?
So I made a post and I was like, yo, if I would do this shit, who would be down? Mm-hmm. Did not realize the impact I got. Bro, fucking do it. Come to Chicago, come to New York. Like artists from all over that I met, over the years were like, dude, do it, please. Like fucking do it. Like I'm in, I'll come there. Like, so I was like, all right, well, I guess I got to start. So I started here in Arizona. I'm going to stick with that until it goes up. But I know I'm going to make an impact in the tattoo community. Simple as that. I don't care. We can argue about it all day to everybody, but you're going to know who the fuck I am. You're going to remember me some reason.
Yeah. Okay? I feel like that's already the case.
But you know what I mean though? Like I don't like right now people don't fuck with me. A lot of people don't fuck with me and that's how they know me. But this is a more positive side to like giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? So we're, sharing knowledge and experiences. And I mean, I'm personally building relationships like my previous one, Manny. Fuck, dude. Like he was the first person I've ever talked to in Arizona before I even moved here. Somehow his Instagram popped up and I was like, dude, you're so dope. I'm about to learn how to tattoo. Just wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like I had met him maybe once in person, but like years, it's 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I got to actually talk to him and shit. And even he was like, me meeting you before and me meeting you now, completely different. Like what I expected. He told you that? Yeah. He was like, he's like now kind of like, maybe before people would say something and I might be like, hey, he might be annoying, you know what I mean? But then he's like, but it's not like that. You just got energy, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah, for sure.
It is also a way to kind of get to know me on this podcast with different people and stuff, but it's more so like I'm putting a personality and like a little bit of intellect to the face that everyone's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I just the biggest thing is literally just putting my foot in the industry and just making sure I have a footprint. Yeah. Just making sure people know. And if this is something positive that I can do, it's the fucking least I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we were just talking about how you were a punk back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I was a fucking punk. If people knew me when I first started tattooing, I was way worse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, way worse. Like, I'm talking about, like, the people, like, I might be loud and energetic now, and people don't like that I, like, will post a video of my trophies and yada, yada, yada. But y'all didn't know me fucking 5 years ago. Oh. I wasn't even like this kind of hyper. I was like a little bit obnoxious, but at the same time, like an angry little fucker. You know what I mean? So it's like, can you imagine being annoying and then you piss me off?
Yeah. Actually, I saw you at an expo before, back in your youth when you were a youngin'.
Okay.
And yeah, I saw a little bit of that energy before. I don't think you were mad at anyone, but you were out there, being Don, Yeah. But honestly, I saw you and I'm like, I like this dude. Because I saw that you had energy, you were positive, even though obviously you had like kind of like, don't fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you back type of energy. It was still like in a positive way, the majority of it, so yeah, I feel like I saw a little bit of like that punkness in you, know, but why not show who you are now? You obviously are a senior in the tattoo industry now, so little old man.
Yeah, see, and this is the thing too. This is what I think is funny, and we talked about this before in another podcast. Is I get people like maybe disliking me when I first started tattooing, right? Because like I said, I admit I was a punk, but even people who did know me now, they're like, dude, you used to be a punk, like you were a punk, and now at least they don't like me now, but at least they like respect me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at least now, like through these podcasts and like talking to different people are able to like understand me a little bit more. They get it a little bit more. They're switching from like annoying, like overboard to like he's just an energetic little fucker. You know what I mean?
I agree. I mean, I liked you before, but I like you even more now.
I feel like I appreciate it. I feel like before I was more like a punk kid, and now that the punk is kind of released a little bit, and now I'm just an old kid.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm still the same person. Hey, everyone watching and listening to this shit, I'm still the same person. Don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck around. Find out. But I go about things differently now.
It's kind of like you got a little heart now.
I do have a little heart.
Aww.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Ko on a podcast, and he was like, everyone, record this. Don said he respects other tattooers. And I was like, fuck you, man. Shh, don't tell no one.
Hey, that was a really good episode, by the way. I think that's one of my favorites.
Koa, you hear that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was fun.
For the shyest person that's been on my podcast.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was gonna be like the runner-up for the shyest person. For sure.
Nah, you're good. You're good. You're actually talking pretty good. A lot of people, like you could tell, you kind of, even people will tell me, they're like, oh, you kind of had to push a little bit. You're chilling. You're good.
Oh.
You're good. All right, so moving on, because I say move it on all the time.
All the time.
Just keep it running. You know what I'm saying?
Put
Moving
that on
it
a
on.
shirt. Moving on.
Move it on. Tat chat. Oh, I am wearing a tat chat.
You are.
Let's go. Wearing a tat chat podcast shirt, just so you guys know. So we talked about you being a female tattooer in the industry. We talked about you owning a shop, and then we talked about me being a punk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do conventions, obviously. That's what you said. We had met there before.
Yeah, I don't do too many though. I've only done the Body Art Expo.
Why not?
I don't know. I told you I'm kind of like a low key, kind of shy. Want to just be in the corner somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm not that I'm afraid of, but I don't love being like out there too much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I haven't. But I feel like I want to. You know,
should
like I want to do it, but I get really anxious sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
I was talking to someone else about it before too. I feel like if you want to grow, if you want to build relationships that aren't relationships that you've had before, pretty much if you want to do anything outside of you just going to work every day and doing tattoo, a convention is perfect.
Yeah.
Like even for people who are shy or maybe don't want to necessarily do it, you're learning shit. You're fucking meeting people. There's literally no negative. Like you can go there and not really make like much money and shit and whatever you paid for your booth, but like the relationships that you build are so worth it.
Yeah, I bet.
So stop being a pussy and just do it.
Fine.
Yeah, you should honestly. Like if anything made me less of a punk, it was conventions.
Oh, that's
like meeting people and shit. You know what I mean? Like you building relationships and people respectfully being like, yo, you kind of need to chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
They told you that?
A couple people, yeah. This is the thing. This is the thing. We're just gonna go right back into it again, but there's a way to approach a scenario like that. You know what I mean? There's a way to approach someone if they're a little too much, or there's a way to approach someone if you dislike them or dislike what they're doing. Other motherfuckers are coming at you sideways just because you got fucking purple hair and you're young, not realizing that you'll smack them in the fucking mouth, and that's why they end up not liking you. You know what I'm saying? I've had, when I first started tattooing, I won't say names because I don't want to embarrass these motherfuckers, but I had tattoo artists like trying to punk me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
cool.
Nah.
No, just say it. Just say
that's
it.
just drama, okay? Try to punk me, like, when I was younger, you know what I mean? And I get it. Like, they didn't like what I was doing or they felt like I didn't respect shit. But I'll tell you right now, not a single person can sit there and say they actually were able to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, no, you're not going to come out. Just because I'm hyper and I got fucking purple hair, don't mean I'm just going to let you, like, talk to me the way that you want to talk to me or, literally punk me. If you want to punk me, then...
Yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, like I think the work speaks for itself too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for you, not only has like you not giving a fuck and not stepping down, like also your work, so people can't talk too much shit if your work is good.
Hey, see, that's what's funny. See, so I was talking about this yesterday. Almost every tattoo artist that doesn't like me, I've never heard them say shit about my tattoos.
Oh, see, that's what
Call me annoying. Call me annoying. Call me a punk. Call me anything you want, but don't say shit about my tattoos because my tattoos are decent, all right?
Yeah.
They're decent tattoos.
Decent.
They're decent. I'll pack a little something in there. But you know what I mean? Like, that's what I like. I'm totally okay with it. I am absolutely okay with someone disliking me as a person, but being like, but he can tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. I'm down. I'm down. It would be different if they're like, man, he's a punk. He sucks at tattooing. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? But I tried my best to grow considering I'm self-taught. You know what I mean? Because I'm self-taught, you kind of have to work a little harder.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I feel like I'm in between that. I feel like I'm self-taught. And I also don't care what people say. I don't even care if they don't like my tattoos. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm happy with my journey, what I've done, where I'm going. I am super, super happy about that. So I don't know that I have as many haters as you do.
See, okay. This is the thing. I think a lot of people have an equal amount of haters.
No.
Listen. Yes, they have an equal amount of haters. Mine are just open about it.
True. Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Like, they're not afraid to be like, I don't fuck with Don because of blah, 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 blah. But they're not going to be like, you know what? I don't like Ann. because dislike her, but you're not gonna be like, because you're not like a out there person. It's a lot harder for someone to be out there disliking you, if that makes sense.
No, so, I fully agree.
That's why it's funny, because obviously it gets brought up every single podcast. There's yet to be a podcast where people are like, people don't like you. I'm like, I know. I fucking know.
And I told myself, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to bring it up. We know. It's like, come on. Like,
it gets brought up.
I know.
If you're watching this or listening, if you haven't understood yet after watching or listening to my other podcasts, a lot of tattooers don't like me. And I don't fucking care. Okay? The people who I want to rock with me, the people who I want to like me, they rock with me and they like me to the fullest.
Yep.
Those other people don't matter. At least the people who do like me, they like me 100%.
Yeah.
Instead of these motherfuckers that are out here and they like people 20%, 30%, 40%. You know what I mean? The people who are with me, they're fucking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I got a small circle, but that fucking circle's gangsters. Fuck.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So fuck you, tattooers. See, do you know how hard it is to like a tattooer?
Drop some names. I'm just
this motherfucker. I genuinely, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. I have a hard time. Like, fuck, a handful of tattooers I actually like.
Dang, I hope I'm in the list.
I don't dislike you.
I must be on the list, right? You messaged me. You wanted me on the podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
The first female on your podcast.
Oh, shit. You see, if you guys are watching instead of listening, her head is growing right now.
It's like this. It's as big as yours now.
Oh, shit. Good luck. No, that's the thing, though. Is like, I like people. I like people. But I wouldn't consider a lot of people a friend. I would consider them acquaintance.
Yeah.
But I would say out of every industry or a group of people, tattooers are my least favorite.
Dang.
100%.
Well, I mean,
do you have a lot of tattooer friends? Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up. You don't. Tell me you do right now.
Yeah. No, just
you don't, right?
No, not really. I'm friends with my clients though.
Yeah,
I love those.
But those aren't tattooers.
No, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy because every industry has it, but I just feel like tattooers, man, they're just fucking hard-headed. If you don't vibe, but even a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it's just it's a hit or miss, and most of the time it's a miss. And so like I have very few tattooers that I'm like, you know what, like I fuck with them, I like them, but honestly, at one point I end up not liking them anyways.
Dang. That's
rough. Something comes up or like they act a certain way, and I just like sour taste in my mouth.
I stay in my little shop. I'm there every day, all day, and I don't hang out with other tattooers. So I don't have the same experience. But I'm not like close and friends with them,
Yeah,
so.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
I'm not gonna do
Tattooers suck.
I mean, you don't suck.
But I can. But that's what I'm saying though. Is like I can have a conversation with someone that tattoos. Yeah. I can hang out with someone that tattoos. But I have a very hard time being like, you know what? I would consider another tattoo artist like my friend.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not talking about my employees. My employees are different. My shop is fucking awesome. I love everybody in the shop. They're cool. But I'm talking about like I'm trying to think about. I think one artist I've gone out and gotten lunch with or drinks with in the last 2 years. Maybe 3 in the last 5 years.
Okay.
5 in the last 8 years.
I actually have a question for you.
What's up?
It's totally like on a whole nother. I'm changing
the
subject.
Run it.
Okay, so as a female artist, I have been tattooing a client, and then next thing you know, like their hand somewhere weird, and I'm like, move your fucking hand, and it's happened multiple times. I don't think it happens as much now, but it definitely happened more when I was younger. I don't know if I was like cuter when I was younger, or it just like they were like, nah, she ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
But it was clients, not other tattoo artists. Have you had an experience where someone like put their hand somewhere they shouldn't?
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
No.
Tattooing an arm while you're laying on a massage bed, and all of a sudden I get a little tickle. Yeah, absolutely.
On purpose?
I don't know. Okay, I'll be real with you. I've had this talk before, but I don't think it's on purpose. I genuinely think that they just like when you're tattooing them, some people just don't know what to do with their hand and it's just there. Like I've had one time where literally like I was tattooing and the arm was just straight down like towards my leg, and they just needed to like kind of like bend it a little bit because they weren't comfortable, and they just coincidentally just yeeted my balls. I don't think they were like, here balls, you know what I mean? But no. Like, but I have had female tattooers as employees.
Yeah.
And they've had the same situation with their chest, and and they think it was on purpose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of my experiences were on purpose.
Oh yeah, people are perverted little fuckers. For sure.
Yeah, I had to stop tattooing one guy. And
I believe
left him
it.
like mid tattoo, and I'm like, you're done, dude.
Yeah, I know. There was, I'm trying to think about who it was. I don't remember what it was, but situation happened, and the girl moved the hand a couple times, and then she finally was like, yo, like, can you stop, move your hands? Like, I don't feel comfortable. And then he did it again, and she punched him in the face.
No, that's cool.
Just yeeted his ass right in the mouth. I mean, dude, at this point, like, I get if it was an accident, but like now you're like, you know, you're groping the person tattooing you, and it's like inappropriate as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I've had it happen before, or like, I mean, we don't got titties, but we still got titties, and I've had my titties groped a couple times. That was weird.
Oh.
Yeah, fucker, stop touching me. Or like, I tattooed like I was like their hand were like on the side of my hip and stuff, and I felt like they were like trying to grab my ass.
Was this a female or male?
No, it was a female for sure.
Oh, were you okay with that though?
No. I don't like being fucking touched. First of all, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah, me either though.
Yeah, I don't like. You know, I'm just not like a touchy. You know, like I'm good. I meet someone, I say what's up, I get a handshake or a hug, and that's about as far as it should be.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have another question, totally random. I don't know if you know, but I'm like, I have squirrel syndrome. Squirrel, and then forget what we were talking about.
Oh, squirrel syndrome. I was like, what the fuck is that? Google.
Squirrel syndrome.
Okay, squirrel syndrome. Okay.
Or ADHD for those other people.
True. She did not take her medicine.
I did not. I do not take my medicine for real. But apprentices. Do you have apprentices in your shop? I think I heard one of your apprentices left. But what is your take on apprentices?
Oh, you heard? Oh, on one of the podcasts?
I think on the podcast.
Okay, I was like, ooh, where'd you hear that shit?
Someone left.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just kidding. No, it was from your podcast. But what is your take on? Oh, let me tell you where my question's coming from. So I have apprentices in my shop.
Okay.
I have a couple. It's 5 of us, so some of them are a little bit more senior than the others.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a hard time, kind of like feeling like I understand them because they're younger. You know, they're in their 20s and stuff. And, you know, I feel like I'm a hybrid of like an old school cat and like a newer tattooer.
But you're in that spectrum for time for sure.
Yeah. So I feel like I want to keep like the old school traditions, but I also want to respect them as individuals wanting like their new thing and doing their youngster stuff. So I feel like I don't get them sometimes. So I have a hard time like merging like being a good mentor to them and understanding them, but still wanting to teach them like the old school ways. What is your take on that?
All right. So,
yes,
you asked what my opinion was as far as the apprentices, and you know, you kind of want to give them the old school feel, but at the same time, like, you know, it's 2022.
You know, yeah, Gen Z, is that what they are?
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so my input on this. Okay. I have no problem with the old school ways. I don't, you know, I think it's cool. I think it's nice to let them know about how it was back then. But I'm not going to force someone to tattoo with the coil because they did when they first started.
Yeah.
I am super strong believer in, you know, growing with whatever's growing, right? So if the industry's growing, you should be growing with it. Otherwise, you're stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think it's fortunate that we are kind of in that spectrum of like kind of in between old school and like new school as far as tattooing goes. So we know it, we acknowledge it, but I don't think we should have to, you know, have an apprenticeship the same as the old ways, teach them the same as the old ways, because things are fucking different.
Yeah, for sure.
I like I have an apprentice now, and I want her to know what, you know, how it was back then and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do half the shit they did in the 90s and early 2000s for apprenticeships. That shit's crazy. It's damn near, it's just hazing.
Yeah.
Like
You're not
gnarly
going to have
hazing.
her clean your car?
No, I'm not going to have her clean my fucking car.
Or your rims?
I was about to say someone's name. No, I'm not going to do that. Little things, man. Like I don't see a problem with someone setting you up and cleaning the shop and opening and closing, going to the store, going to get you food, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Man, no one should be fucking cleaning a fucking toilet with a toothbrush and fucking washing your truck and doing things that have pretty much nothing to do with tattooing.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it. The hazing shouldn't include stuff that's just random. You know what I mean? If it doesn't have to do with tattooing or the tattoo shop or benefiting them or the shop, then it makes no sense. I don't understand it. I feel like you can get respect from your apprentice. The same. I think you can get loyalty and respect from your apprentice without being like too overly disrespectful and shit like that. And don't get me wrong, like I yell at my apprentice, I get on my apprentice, you know what I mean, for shit, and you know, when she's not doing it right. But at the end of the day, I'm not like clean my fucking shoes right now, fucking peasant. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also feel like, again, it's 2022. If I had an apprenticeship now that was like that, I'd quit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be done.
Yeah.
Maybe not when I first started, like early on, you know what I mean? Because it still kind of was like that a little bit, but like, fuck no. And you want me to get an apprenticeship. You want to treat me like complete fucking trash. And then you want me to work for you?
Yeah, no.
Fuck you. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I think there's a good gray happy medium where you can be harder on them than your employees. You can make them do a little extra shit. You can make them do cleaning, whatever they don't want to do. But I just don't feel the need to have to relive what they did, 20 years ago, because it's not 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's good. I feel like I feel the same way as you do with that. So I feel good. That's why I liked your podcast too. I was going to tell you that I really like the fact that we're talking about these type of things, because I had the question, like, I'm like, am I doing this right? You know? And obviously we talked about, we're not friends with other tattoo artists that closely to bring this up,
Yeah.
Like, when would this come up,
True. Yeah, and you're not just reaching out to tattooers like, hey, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah. Well, how weird would that be?
This is the thing. I mean, I've only been tattooing 8 years. This is my 8-year tattooing. I'm still technically newer. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? 8 years is still new in this industry, this industry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had a couple apprentices. I mean, I had an apprentice where he was my friend. I consider him my friend. He was apprenticing under someone else.
Oh, okay.
He who shall not be named. And pretty much, I really liked the dude. I really liked the dude. I took him in as an apprentice, but I also took him in as a friend. Like, I really liked the guy.
Yeah.
And I was too nice to him. You know what I mean? I really was. I treated it more friendly and less apprenticey. He pretty much started building up like I owe him kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was doing like the technical, like, apprentice duties and shit.
Yeah.
And it just ended up just not working out. And I ended up pretty much being like, absolutely not. So he actually no longer works for me. Yeah. But now I'm kind of trying to have like a happy medium. So still being nice, but at the same time letting my apprentice know, like, yo, like, this is this fucking way. I'm your fucking boss.
Yeah.
We're in here. I'm your fucking boss. End of story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's honestly, I find it very hard. I feel like that's probably the hardest thing about owning a tattoo shop is apprenticing someone. I feel like it's not very easy.
Yeah, that's been my hardest struggle. I think I've only had, basically, I had one apprentice, and she's doing great. And then currently have basically two. I have the regular apprentice and then like the junior artist. Mm-hmm. But those are the two I'm struggling with to find that happy medium. I feel like the first one I had the same experience as you, whereas it was a little too loosey-goosey, and I didn't really give her a lot of structure. And now the newer ones, I'm like, I'm trying to find like what's gonna work right, like the little mixture of it. I think I'm doing it okay though, based on like what you were saying and what I feel like I'm doing. I think I am not having them clean my car or nothing like that. I want to have them clean the car. Yeah. But
and if they're fucking something up, like, I feel like that's more of a punishment, not like a haze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what, dude? You fucked up my setup 3 times. Go wash my car.
Nah, they don't. Nah, they're really good. Honestly, they're really, really good. We did haze one recently, and I don't know if she loved it.
How'd you haze them?
I found some pictures of her on the shop phone, so I printed them out. Like a bunch of them, and like put them all over the.
But see, that's like friendly though. Like, that's not bad. You're not like, yo, go home, get your toothbrush, and clean our toilet. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's crazy. You know what I mean? No. I think I've printed pictures of penises everywhere and hid them in someone's station before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like everywhere.
See, what I did is not that bad then.
Yeah. Dicks fucking everywhere.
She did give me props. She's like, that's like a lot of work. I give you props for that.
Yeah. Or I've done the whole like. I got one for you. Maybe you haven't done this before, but
I hope they're not watching.
Great video. It's a great video. Okay. So get a bucket or a trash can, right? Just make sure it's clean. Fill it with hot water. Okay. And then grab the stencil paper sheets and dip like 10 of them in that water and let it sit for a while.
Oh, no.
And then have them sit in a chair and dump their entire arm in it. Have them dump their entire arm in it and let it sit for a few minutes. They'll be purple for like a week.
You made someone do this?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I took a video of it. Yeah, it was tight.
See, I'm not that bad, guys.
Yeah, it was tight. That's funny. It's funny. That's fine.
Sure, purple arm.
Yeah,
sure,
actually, I might do it today and post another video. Have my apprentice do it. She'll be fucking miserable.
Oh yeah, she'll hate it.
Yeah, she won't like it. But yeah, no, I feel like little like pranks and stuff. Or I've done like the ink in the glove.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. But like, it's all fun and games, you know. But then again, everyone's so different.
Yeah,
like so different. Like my current apprentice, she's a little softer spoken. She's a lot more shy. She comes off. I mean, she even knows it. She comes off as rude, like almost all the time. You know what I mean? Because she's not like a like super open, loud person. You know what I mean? So like when she's just standing there listening, you're just looking at her like.
Okay, you can stop now.
But you know what I mean? Like you're like you good, and she's like, I'm fine. Why? Like, but you know what I mean? So it's like it's harder to tell for like people like that, and then you get those people who are like really outgoing, who kind of need a little bit more like nudge and like more bossiness too. You know what I mean? So it's kind of you do have to find a medium, and it's just hard.
Yeah,
it's so
and everyone's
hard.
so different, and like and then when you're someone like myself, I don't have like great social norms. I don't understand sometimes what is normal to other people and what is not. So I struggle with that as well. It works. I feel like we're all like a little bit ADHD in the shop, so we all get along a little bit. I feel like we vibe on that end. But yeah, I still struggle a little bit on the
And what's crazy too is some people. I mean, it's kind of like you know you have 3 brothers, right? You got the brother who is always good. Then we got the brother who he needs to get spanked in the fucking ass in order to learn. And then you got the brother that's like you need to yell at the kid and make him fucking cry. Yeah. Right? Apprentices are like that. You got some apprentices where you're like you just have a sit down talk with them, and the other apprentices were like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like, are you fucking dumb?"
I would never.
I fucking would.
I would say that like at home. Like
no, fuck that. Some people I'm like, no, you're fucking stupid. Like, are you fucking dumb right now? Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, what the fuck? There are people that are like that. There generally are people who like, that was me. You needed to fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna tell me something, you better yell it at me.
I believe it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But like everyone's different, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like that's where it's hard too, is you get to kind of figure out what teaches them easier and faster. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like what's gonna make it click?
Yeah.
You know
I mean, I'm sure I get it eventually. This is my 3rd one basically, and I have 2 of them. I hired them the same day, basically, like literally the same week. So I'm okay. I think I'm doing okay. You know, you sound so wise right now. Thanks. You know,
I think my little bit of knowledge has come from the fact that I've been at a lot of tattoo shops. Yeah. Like when I first started tattooing, I was jumping shops like I was fucking changing underwear. Like it was fucking all the time. Like
was that here in Arizona?
Yeah. So pretty much
after the swap meet.
Yeah, after the swap meet. Yeah. So pretty much. So long story short, I lived in Washington State. I wanted to tattoo, so I was doing MMA at the time. So that's all I was doing. I thought I was gonna be on the UFC. Yada yada yada. Yeah. That was like my goal. Well, I found tattooing from fighting and was like, I want to do this shit. No one would take me on to Washington. So finally, I literally was like, you know what? I went on Google. It was like, what is the hottest place in the United States? Okay. Because I hated the rain. Oh, okay. Arizona popped up. I moved here 2 weeks later.
Oh, dang.
Right. I lived in what's called the Ranchwood Apartments, right next to West Phoenix Tattoo Supply.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah. Wait, nice.
I mean, I don't hang out in that area. So
it's not a good area.
It's not good. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And yeah, so I pretty much went into a tattoo shop and was like, "Yo, dude, I fucking suck. I've tattooed in my house. I'm fucking don't have any artistic background. I'm just trying to do this shit." And they took me on, and then fucking after I was there for a little bit, they took me on, obviously. So it wasn't like the greatest shop. I learned some shit and was like, all right, next. Yeah. Learn some shit. The next shop, moved again. Learn some shit. Okay. So like, it wasn't like I was like getting fired and stuff. It was more like I was literally like, I need to learn more. Yeah. Got better. I genuinely felt like it was a level up every time. Like I felt like I started off at a, and then I started like, okay. And then it got better and better until I was like, all right, it's ready. I want to open my own shit. Oh, that's good. So the knowledge that I have, goods and bads, are because, I mean, I damn near worked at like 20 shops.
Dang, that's a lot. I should have done that. I feel like I should have, but I'd like to get comfortable.
Well, see, that's the thing is a lot of people don't like the whole like, shop popping and da-da-da. When you're first starting, you don't know what the fuck you like. You don't know what you want. You don't know shit. Yeah. Those experiences are what made me the way I am today. You know what I mean? Like, same like you said earlier, I know what not to do and what to do. You know what I mean? Like, I knew that once I opened the shop, it was going to be cake. It was not cake. It was not cake.
That was my next question. I'm like, was it cake?
No, fuck no. I thought it was going to be way easier. I repoed my car when I opened.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, my shop, so we opened, and then I want to say when I took over, well, I opened with a friend, and then I took over as sole owner. It was the same month we had to close for COVID mandate.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
that must have been a start. Hey, but the thing about it, though, like I told you earlier, 3 years is the 3-year mark for any business. Once you hit 3 years, it should be self-sustaining after that.
Sweet. Well, in October, actually.
Self-sustaining, starting in October. Boom, boom.
October 28th, we're celebrating our 3rd year anniversary.
Nice.
We're having a little Halloween party.
Oh, shit.
Little flash sheets,
Oh, that's tight. Hell yeah.
Flash sheets.
Okay, honestly, people have messaged me so many times. I've yet to have like a grand opening party or anniversary ever.
That's funny.
And we've been open since 2017. 5 years? Almost 6 years now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm like...
You haven't had one yet. Well, just wait till the 10.
Nothing.
Just wait till you have 10, and then you can have a little grand opening.
True, 10 years.
I mean, you're almost there.
Fucking crazy. That's true. Yeah. I know. I gotta do something. People have asked. People have been like, no grand opening, no anniversary, no nothing. I'm like,
yeah.
No, I haven't. My bad. Fuck. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the experience and stuff from different shops is what helps. You learn so much shit, and then like you said earlier, goods and bads. Yeah. Stuff that you want to do and don't want to do. But every shop is so fucking different.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I've only worked on a few. I haven't worked at 20 like you.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, they were extremely, even from like just like the way they run things, or the everything's extremely
stupid different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've had shops that have made more money than the other shops, but did less. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, what is there drugs in the back? You know what I mean? Like,
they probably were.
Probably, I'm gonna be fucking surprised. But yeah, I don't know. It was a cool experience, even though not everyone agrees with it.
Yeah.
But then again, not a lot of people agree with me, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm used to this.
It worked for you. It definitely worked for you. I think.
I mean, I think we're doing good. You know what I mean? We've had the shops in 2017, so it's cool too. Because like that, there you go. That's my question for you. It's you. Oh, got one.
I was trying to like ask you the question.
You're like, you fucking you talk. Okay, you've been open 3 years now. You've been open 3 years now.
Yeah.
Have you invested into your shop in those 3 years yet?
I feel like I have, but I was just thinking about that today, actually. I feel like I need to do more. I think I've done like in the small scale, like in the shop, like, we got the little fancy printer, that I don't know how to use. The stencil printer thing. And, I got them like, new tattoo chairs, like everyone. I think we have like one old one for the newest apprentice. But yeah, I've gotten like little things at the shop. But as far as like marketing and like, we don't even have a sign on the building. I chose not to in the beginning because it was just me and another artist. And we stayed pretty booked and busy. And then we got another artist, same thing. So we don't really do a bunch of walk-ins. So I'm like, if I put a sign in the building, we're going to get too many walk-ins. Mm. And it's all females, like I mentioned before. So I didn't want all weirdos up in there, you know. So I like that it's like just our regulars and our clients that we know. But yeah, like things like that, I feel like I want to invest more on that end. But I don't know if I want to stay on that building. Like it's a nice size for now, but I feel like we're kind of outgrowing it a little bit.
How many square foot is it?
I don't know. I think it's like maybe 9.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's about the same as when I first opened up. That was about what I had to.
Yeah. It's not that huge. It's like it's kind of a quirky building. It's like an old like house building from the 40s.
I love those. I would downsize just to have one of those buildings. They're so cool.
I like it until you're trying to put something in the wall and then you're like, like there's
true.
no wall going there,
yeah.
or like a chunk
brick
of the wall comes off.
Shit.
And you're like,
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, to see that, my question from that was coming from I've been into a lot of tattoo shops.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that I went to a tattoo shop in 2016 and I went in there in 2022 and it's the exact same.
Oh no.
Meaning now at this point there's like holes in the chairs. Every person has a different massage table color. Like it's just it blows my mind how people are making money and they're not willing to invest in like what's around them. You know what I mean? Like they're not, dude, there's tattoo shops where literally there's giant holes in the wall and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, we had a giant hole in the ceiling. Mm. Our apprentice like went ham on it, like covering it up. Our building used to be a sex shop apparently back like 10 years ago.
Mine too.
And I'm like, there's a lot of holes on the ceiling, but it's like weird, like stucco building. So like, I guess they didn't do a great job of patching them. Yeah. But I mean, we're trying to do those things, you know?
But you know what I mean? But you're trying. There's a lot of other shops. They're just so okay with what they have.
Yeah, I know.
They're just like, if I see one more tattoo shop have like holes and shit in their fucking chairs, I'm just dumbfounded. Like I have one hole in one of my chairs, like, but it's like the computer chair by our computer, like the one that we use, no one else. You know what I mean? It's like whatever, fuck it. But like you don't want to walk into a tattoo shop and they'll be like, your massage tables taped together and shit.
No.
Like it's crazy.
Wait, you
all
saw
the time,
that
all
somewhere?
all the time. Yeah, all the time.
That not even the swap meet had those. Not even the
all the time. It's one thing after another. I just think it's gross as fuck.
Yeah.
But I feel weird that people, they own their shop for fucking 3, 5, 7, 8, 10 years and like they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like when I first opened up, like I said, I repoed my car, so my shop wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
I made a little money. My money went right to the shop.
Right to the shop, yeah.
I made a little bit more money. You know what I mean? I got better and better, and that's how it should be. I'm getting new everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these other motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
That's crazy. No, I think I spend too much money in the shop, to be honest. Like sometimes I don't even like to look to see exactly how much I spent at the shop or for the shop. But yeah, I feel like I probably, and then I'm a shopaholic on Amazon for sure.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I scan and pray. Eyes closed.
Yeah, if it's for me, I'm like, no, Goodwill will work. Yeah. But for the shop, I'm like, no, we need a new one.
Yeah, people are literally like, oh, like, how much did you buy that for? I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just fucking scanned that shit and that's it. Yeah, I just paid it and hope for the best.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the same way. But I just feel like investing in your shop is so important because, again, it's showing growth.
Yeah.
If you're making more money, your shop's getting better. Your shop's getting nicer. Your employees are getting better. Your relationships are getting stronger. So everything needs to move equally. If you're getting more money, but your shop still looks like butthole, what does that tell you?
Yeah, no, that's not good.
It's so common.
I feel like if anything in my shop looks ugly, it's only because the building came like that, and I'm leasing the building right now, so I'm not going to put that much money into it, Yeah. And I feel like I'm already outgrowing it a little bit, so I'm not going to replace the floor on the entire shop just because it's a little ugly, Yeah. Like, it's fine, just mop it as long as it's clean. But like other stuff, like the things we can control, like the tattoo chairs and stuff like that, and no, those are going to be good.
You feel like you're going to be moving anytime soon? Like, do you want to?
I really want to. I don't know if it's like the smart move, being just 3 years in to move locations. And then, I mean, honestly, the rent's really good there. So
yeah, I feel that.
And it's really close to my place and everything. But I feel like I would be up for it to move to a bigger space.
If you're going to move, I'd move sooner than later.
Really?
What's worse, being somewhere for 3 years and moving or being somewhere for 8 years and moving?
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, I was thinking maybe like 5 years.
But you know what I mean? Though? Like once you like find a spot, like find that fucking spot.
Yeah.
Then tight. But like moving is not cool. It's not.
Yeah.
I've moved twice since my shop.
Oh, no.
But in the same parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, new owners of the whole property. It's all bullshit.
Like literally just walked your stuff over?
Pretty much.
See, that's cool.
But like it's just not like, even though it's not, I don't love where we're at, but it's worth it considering we've been there since we were 2017. Again, huh? I'd move like. I'm honestly right in this moment. I'm looking for my own building.
Oh, okay.
I want to buy a building, so I don't have to worry about all the extra bullshit. Yeah. And it's always one thing after another with my landlord and stuff. So I just rather just own it and be ready to go.
Yeah, that's kind of like my plan as well. Mm-hmm. But I had more like a 5-year plan going. And I didn't want to move one time and then have to move again. I hate moving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, find a spot. You love moving, apparently. Fuck you. No, our property owner sold the property 2 times now, and the owner of the property is just fucking dilly-dallying one thing after another. Yeah.
We had the biggest suite in the parking lot like 4 months ago, and now we don't.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. And then all the, like, I mean, it takes time and money to, like, put shit on the walls, like, paint it, do this, do that. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun.
No, it's miserable. Yeah. But, all right. Do you have anything else you want to question? Anything else you want to bring up? Anything else you're curious about?
I feel like I stole the podcast from you, and I feel like I'm the one that was interviewing you.
I'll take it. I'll take it. You know how many times I did on here, and I'm like, all right, I gotta just shoot him. I gotta keep going. But yeah, I'll take it. I'm totally fine with it.
I don't want the podcast, but I just feel like I stole today's episode by making you my interview.
That's fine. Take it. You want the whole thing?
Nah, I don't want it. Hell no. No, I did want to bring something up, which I kind of already did, but I wanted to give you extra props for creating this podcast.
I appreciate it.
I think it's good for clients for sure, but I think other artists will benefit the most out of it.
I agree, 100%.
Just hearing each other talk and like kind of learning from each other's experiences. Mm-hmm. Whether you're like either doing something good for yourself or you maybe should be working a little better, maybe update your shares, don't put tape on it. Whatever it is, like I want to give you huge props for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Then that's the whole point. That's literally the whole point. I knew that clients would listen. I got a lot of good feedback from clients, but mostly it's just, by tattooers for tattooers. You know what I mean? So even if it's one thing, someone's like, damn, I never thought of it like that. Or, that's the point. So if I got through one person, the whole thing was worth it.
I think it's super dope. And I don't think other people think about it, but I think about money all the time, right? Obviously we're business owners. You're literally not making anything out of this. Like you're just spending money on all these fancy cameras and all this fancy plays. So this is like your love child for the tattoo world. I told you have a big heart now. You
don't say that shit on here.
Oh, look at you, you got no heart. But yeah, it's all love, and I hope people know that, like whoever's watching, that you're doing this out of your own heart, your own pocket, and I hope they put in enough effort when they come here to make sure that they're putting their part and making this a really dope podcast.
Oh, stop. Oh. I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it. I get, I mean, I obviously I pay for everything I have to do. I don't make any money off of it. But honestly, exactly what you said. I really love what we do. Yeah, I do. I really do. As much as people don't like me, they don't like what I do. Yeah. I love this shit. Yeah. So if this is the fucking 0.00001% I can give back, I'm 100% all in. That's dope. The fact that you even recognize that, I appreciate it. And we're going to end that shit on such a positive note. So we are here at the Tat Chat Podcast Studio. And repeat your Instagram one more time.
Angie Inc. 666.
Make sure to give her a follow. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Bye.